That's surprisingly good for someone like you. I wish I could be as relaxed as you are about your appearance. You're actually really smart when you try. On the surface, these sound like ordinary comments. Some might even sound like compliments. But deep down, something feels off. Your chest tightens, your brain pauses, and a subtle sting settles in. You ask yourself, did they just pay me a compliment? Or did they just disrespect me? Welcome to the world of covert insults, otherwise known as backhanded compliments. In dark psychology, this is one of the most effective, dangerous, and insidious ways people undermine your confidence without ever looking like the bad guy. It is a psychological weapon designed to deliver a jab wrapped in velvet. If you confront them, they laugh it off and say, "Relax, I was just joking." Or worse, you're being way too sensitive. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why people use these subtle attacks, the psychological mechanics behind how they break down your self-esteem, and most importantly, the step-by-step framework to shut them down instantly without losing your cool. To understand covert insults, we first have to understand why manipulators use them instead of direct insults. When someone calls you an idiot to your face, it's an open declaration of war. It's loud, it's aggressive, and it puts everyone on notice. You have every right to defend yourself, and observers will naturally see the aggressor as hostile. Covert insults operate in complete contrast to this. They rely on plausible deniability. Plausible deniability is a psychological state where the speaker leaves just enough room in their statement to claim innocent intent. By disguising an insult as praise or a harmless joke, the manipulator creates a double bind for you. If you accept the comment, you accept the hidden insult. If you call them out, you risk looking insecure, crazy, or overly dramatic. It is a classic win-win scenario for the manipulator and a lose-lose scenario for you. So, how do you spot these subtle attacks before they erode your confidence? Dark psychology identifies 4 main categories of backhanded compliments. The first category is the qualification compliment. This happens when praise is instantly limited by a condition. Phrases like, "You look great today," for your age, or "That presentation was surprisingly impressive." Notice the words "for your age" and "surprisingly." These small additions completely alter the tone. They signal that your default state is inferior, and achieving something positive is merely an anomaly. The second category is the backhanded comparison. This is where someone praises you while simultaneously elevating themselves or belittling a group you belong to. For example, "I love how you don't care about what anyone thinks of your outfits." On the surface, it sounds like they are admiring your courage. In reality, they are calling your style strange or unprofessional while positioning themselves as the arbiter of social standards. The third category is the disguised envy jab. This occurs when someone frames your achievements as luck, shortcut tactics, or privilege rather than hard work. "Must be nice to have so much free time to work out," or "I wish I could get promoted just by being friendly with the boss." They refuse to acknowledge your effort, framing your success in a way that minimizes your worth. The fourth category is the humor shield. This is perhaps the most common tactic in dark psychology. The perpetrator makes a sharp, painful jab at your expense and immediately follows it with, "Just kidding," or "Can't you take a joke?" The humor is used as an immediate buffer against accountability. Why do people do this? What is the core psychological drive behind covert insults? It almost always comes down to power, status, and control. People who rely on covert manipulation usually suffer from deep-seated insecurity, envy, or covert narcissism. They view social interactions as a zero-sum game. In their mind, if you shine, their light grows dimmer. However, because they lack the courage or emotional maturity for direct confrontation, they use passive-aggressive tactics to bring you down to their level. Every time a covert insult lands and goes unaddressed, a small chemical shift happens in your brain. You experience micro-traumas. Over time, these micro-traumas accumulate. You begin to second-guess your achievements, doubt your appearance, and feel an unexplainable anxiety around certain people. You begin walking on eggshells, constantly trying to prove your worth to someone who is actively trying to undermine it. Now that you know how covert insults work and why they are used, let's talk about how to defend yourself. Most people make two critical mistakes when faced with a backhanded compliment. They either accept it quietly while feeling hurt inside, or they react with visible anger. Reacting with anger gives the manipulator exactly what they want: emotional leverage. It allows them to paint you as reactive and unreasonable. Accepting it quietly teaches them that you are an easy target. Reacting with anger gives the manipulator exactly what they want: emotional leverage. It allows them to paint you as reactive and unreasonable. Accepting it quietly teaches them that you are an easy target. So, what's the right response? Stay calm. Stay emotionally neutral. When someone is trying to provoke you, they are looking for a reaction, not a conversation. The moment you refuse to give them that reaction, they lose control. Instead of arguing, ask calm questions. Instead of defending yourself, let silence do the work. Manipulators become uncomfortable when their tactics stop working. Remember this: people who constantly push your boundaries are often testing how much control they can gain over you. Every time you react emotionally, you give them information about your fears, your triggers, and your weaknesses. But when you remain composed, they have nothing to use against you. Being calm doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're disciplined. It means you control your emotions instead of letting someone else control them. The strongest person in the room is rarely the loudest. It's the one who can stay calm while everyone else loses control. The next time someone tries to manipulate you, don't fight. Don't explain. Don't beg to be understood. Simply stay calm, protect your boundaries, and walk away if necessary. If you like this video, subscribe for more videos.